Now, can you tell us how you got connected with St. Andrews and how our congregation has been involved in your ministry?
We used to go to this other church in near Katy, and that's when I was start doing my residency at the medical center, the dental branch at UT. And during that time, some of the members that used to come to our church there in Katy, they said, "Hey, we also belong to St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church." She's a nurse. She was married to a blind man who was very fluent in Spanish. And she said, we are looking for a dentist who speaks Spanish, who is an evangelist. Would you consider coming? And so I asked permission for from my program to go to Mexico to do dental work. And they say, sure, you're doing public health, it's perfect. So that's the connection. We went with St. Andrews to, I don't remember exactly how long we went to, but I remember the work we did.
Mhm.
I remember treating dental patients. I remember treating the medical needs. I remember us bringing all kinds of medicines to distribute to people. But overall, that trip, I remember that unity we had among the group, and they were just such cool people. My roommate,
Is it
my
Rich?
Rich
yes,
Wheeler.
Rich Wheeler.
Rich
And I,
Wheeler.
the Rich Wheeler and I spent hours just talking, and we talk about, the things we have seen God doing. And during that time, we saw a lot of needs in Mexico, and we saw how desperate people were for the Lord. And basically anything we said, they just grabbed it and asked questions, and um, it was a great trip. So when we came back, we're like, we really like this church, and met, you, Sarah went on that trip as well. It seems like we just connected. Like I remember the conversations we were having in the van coming back from Mexico, and we had time to pray, and we just, I don't know, we just connect so well. It seems like this trip was just put together by the Lord, and that was how we started coming to St. Andrews. And then we came for a few years, and you guys were part of sending us. You were our sending church to go back to Indonesia, to Papua. I clearly remember one time when we came back from Indonesia many years after we started there, and you guys asked, "What are your needs? What are you thinking? What is your future? What can we do? How can we get involved in your ministry?" And again, Rich Wheeler and his wife put together this group of people, and we all went to Galveston. I think it was what it was. And you guys, we had a picnic together, and you guys prayed for us, and you're like, "What are your needs?" And I said, "You know what? We're building a house. We need to finish this house." And many people, you guys, the Williams, and many others said, "We want to be part of that. What else do you need?" And I'm like, "Okay, we don't have windows. We need windows." And you guys were like, "Okay, we give you windows." And somebody else said, "What about walls? What about bathrooms? What about this?" And we put that house together. You guys have been a huge, huge part of our ministry. Not only physical needs, but it always seems like every time we have crisis, we have attacks, we have needs, we just call you guys and tell you we're going through this. And we know, we count on you guys. We know you're there. Um, Jeff has been like, we only met Jeff from the beginning. It seems like since we joined you guys, Jeff was there. So that's the only pastor we know from St. Andrews. But he has been, to me, he has been such an encouragement. He's always there. It really doesn't matter what's going on in my life. I feel like I can just openly share with him, and I know I'm not going to be judged. I know I'm not going to be, he's not going to be like, "Oh my goodness, you're a missionary, how come?" Nothing. He's just it's just so good to be part of your church, though.
That's so good to hear, Miguel.